Hello Wales, I hope you've had a good day and a wonderful weekend. Today is chapter 16 in the Royal Rabbits of London, The Great Diamond Chase. Chapter 16. Belle de Poor put on a black yoga outfit which she had bought, intending to do some exercise, but had never worn. Shiloh wore his usual red jacket, but he carried a very special cargo in his rucksack, the Siberian Diamond. Escorted by a squad of 4 thumpers, they hopped down the corridor towards the dumb waiter, which was an old lift once used for taking food up from the palace kitchen to the dining room. They jumped in, and the thumpers pulled on the ropes. Up they went. Up, 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 into the palace. "This is the first time we've been on a mission together," said Belle de Poor excitedly. "I cannot think of a finer partner," she added. Then she gazed at him with tender eyes. "I meant to say this before. Thank you, Shiloh. It's because of you that I realised I couldn't keep the diamond. Thank you for making me the best rabbit I can be." He smiled shyly, and she smiled back. A smile that held within it affection, happiness, and trust. "We all need reminding sometimes," he murmured. "Indeed we do," Belle de Poor sighed. "I shall be sad to give the diamond away, but it's the right thing to do, I know that." She grinned mischievously. "But perhaps I can look at it once more." She put out her paw, and Shiloh patted it away playfully. "Not until we're in the Queen's bedchamber," he murmured, bowing his ears. "And only for a moment." They arrived in the old kitchen and hopped out to the tiled floor. They opened the 2-door hatch in the wall and snuck through into the palace. The crimson carpets and gold-backed chairs, high ceilings and papered walls were filled with enormous paintings, which were familiar to Shiloh now, as was the smell of corgi. Today it wasn't strong. He hoped that meant they were out for their morning walk. As they hopped through the staterooms and down the corridors, Shiloh no longer looked about him in awe at the scale of the rooms or the splendour of the fireplaces, mirrors, tall windows, and elaborate curtains, for he had seen them many times before. They hurried on through the palace until they reached the Queen's private apartments, and Shiloh's sense of wonder returned. He would never get over being in the Queen's own sitting room and boudoir. He would never grow complacent about being so close to Her Majesty. There they are, running down the corridor with the diamond in tow. In those rare and wonderful moments, he was truly grateful to be a royal rabbit of London, protecting the King and Queen of England. Shiloh and Belle de Poor lolloped into the Queen's bedroom. It was empty. However, the 4-poster bed was not made, and there was a large basket of laundry on the carpet, as if the maid had had to leave in a hurry. Shiloh took off his rucksack and put it on the floor. He opened it and lifted out the diamond. It was very big and heavy for such a small rabbit to hold. He placed it on the carpet, where it caught the light streaming in through the nearby window and sparkled. Belle de Poor gazed at it longingly. "It is so beautiful," she gushed. Shiloh remembered how deep inside the diamond he had seen a vision of the wood back at home on the farm, and his heart ached for his mother and his warm familiar burrow. But he said nothing, and watched Belle de Poor gaze at it lovingly. "Au revoir, precious gem," she murmured. Just then the door opened. The rabbit spun round in alarm to see a pair of black shoes walking towards them. Without hesitating, they dived into the laundry basket, hiding beneath the sheets. When they peeped out, they saw that the feet belonged to a maid. She didn't notice the diamond. She went to the bed and set about stripping the pillows, humming happily to herself. Just then Shiloh and Belle de Pau were thinking of jumping out and hopping to safety. In trotted the pack. Messalina came in first. She wagged her stumpy tail, pricked her triangle ears and stuck out her tongue, panting excitedly. Then she sensed something delicious in the laundry basket, and her tail began to wag faster, like a little propeller. The other dogs trotted over to see what had captured her attention. They stuffed their snouts into the tangle of sheets. Shiloh and Belle de Pau swiftly burrowed to the bottom of the basket as the dogs' noses prodded and poked, this way and that, smelling the rabbits and trying desperately to find it. Shiloh pressed himself against the bottom of the basket. After this whole adventure, it would be very unfortunate if he was now to be eaten by a dog at the palace. A voice shooed them away, and the basket was lifted off the ground. Belle de Pau and Shiloh put their heads out to see Messalina and her pack gazing up at them furiously. Shiloh was so relieved to be out of their reach that he gave a little wave. Messalina growled. Then she noticed the diamond on the floor. She gave it a sniff. Shiloh's wave froze. Belle de Pau stifled a cry. The two rabbits watched in horror as the dog opened her mouth and lifted the diamond off the carpet, settling it between her teeth. She plonked her bottom down and gave Shiloh and Belle de Pau a triumphant smile. And that's the end of the chapter for today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.